Hey guys, XNGA Alpha here, and it's been a while. How you been? I've been alright. Haven't really been doing much, as you can tell by the channel. Well, actually, yeah, I've been playing. I've been playing a lot of games. Still a lot of GTA. But that's besides the point. I'll promise you there'll be more GTA videos with the rest of NGA sometime in the future. Probably I'll stand back up when Heist come out. But that's not a subject for today, as you can probably guess from the title of the video. But yeah, what I'm going to talk about today is my Xbox One Opinions version 2. Now today is the 20th of May, but today, as in when this video is going up, will be the 23rd of May, and is actually the 1 year anniversary of when I did my commentary absolutely slating the Xbox One after its reveal. And I guess by that it's been like a year since it's been revealed. I suppose that sounds obvious and a pretty stupid statement. Yeah, so what I thought I'd do is, actually before I get into it, this is actually my first, like, regular commentary in a long time. I've obviously done live commentaries as part of the GTA stuff, and like Left 4 Dead and Minecraft and that. But my last actual commentary in this style was the Xbox One Opinions one, so I haven't done this in a while. Although there is the virtual weaponry stuff, but they don't really count. I'll just dive straight in. So what I actually did to be able to do this commentary now is I went back and looked. Well, I watched back my original Xbox One Opinions video and just noted down all the subjects that I spoke about. Not the points I made, but just the subjects, because pretty much all the points I made were negative. While I was listening to it, I just wrote the subjects down and then just did what my opinion is now. So essentially I'm just going to be going through that. So the first point that I made was the name, Xbox One. Obviously it hasn't changed. I decided not to change it, which you know, I don't mind. I don't mind it as much. I've gotten used to the name Xbox One at this point, and you know, it is a good idea. We've decided just to pretty much just call it the One. There's no real way around it, I guess. 360 is sort of simpler, but you know, what are you gonna do? I do still sort of think that there might be some confusion for the average consumer, but quite frankly, everyone knows what 360 is. Pretty much everyone can tell what an Xbox One is. I mean, it's less likely that people are going to get confused because of, you know, marketing that Microsoft do. They made it pretty clear that this is a new console, so you know, that'll be good enough for them. The next thing that I said about was the hardware, and I have to say, I'm just trying to think how long I've had this now. I think I've had my Xbox One since like mid-March or something. It was about the time the Titanfall came out, because I actually got it as a like a bundle sort of thing going on, where it came with the Xbox One, then a controller and Kinect, and then Titanfall as well, and no additional price. So I thought, why not? Titanfall looks like a great game. I'll get onto that probably in a different video. But yeah, I mean, I've had like, what, 2 months now to play games, and the games do run pretty well. There's not really been any signs of, I don't know how to put it, but they've just run well. They obviously still, my original point still stands about them not being quite as powerful as the strongest PCs, but you know, not much can be done about that. But for me, and I think for the average consumer who isn't like really savvy when it comes to PC like hardware and building a PC or that, you know, it's good enough. I'm happy with it. But like, as you know from some videos I did, I think it was just really Left 4 Dead 2, and there was that one Minecraft video where I was showing you around my world. I do have a PC, just I sort of just jumped into getting the PC and didn't really think about, oh, is it good for gaming, is it not good for gaming? And it turned out to not be that great. It turned out to not be much better than my laptop, and no better than the 360. I tried playing Bioshock Infinite on it, had to play it on low, or very low, to actually get a decent frame rate out of it. But we're not talking about my PC today, we're talking about the Xbox One. Yeah, so obviously there's no real examples yet for the capabilities of how the console will advance over time, which is like obvious. With the 360 we had like 7 years to be able to see the difference, say between like Call of Duty 2, which is the first card on 360, up to Black Ops 2. I'm discounting Ghosts, but up to Black Ops 2, which is the last COD game that I got on 360. So obviously you can tell a difference there. But you know, we're still, the Xbox One hasn't been out for a year yet. No, of course it hasn't. It came out in like November or October or something. So like I said, there's no clear way of showing how they might advance. However, COD Advanced Warfare is probably our first glimpse at how it can improve, because quite frankly, compared to Ghost, Advanced Warfare looks amazing. Yeah, like I said, only time will be able to show us how well the consoles will like go forward in time. You look at back at the history of the old consoles, you can tell it's going to get better. My original point before about PCs staying ahead of the consoles, it still stands. It's not gonna not stand. The PCs are always gonna be more powerful. But then again, this is still the early days of what's the current gen now. So you know, we'll only be able to use time to be able to tell us how well the consoles can keep up to PC. Hopefully, quite well. You never know. Perhaps we might end up getting the next gen even quicker than we did get this gen. Hopefully not, because I liked having that time with 360. I'd like to have that time again with the Xbox One. I guess after that I made a point about not getting an Xbox One, because on my notes all I put is that I ate my words and that I did clearly get an Xbox One. So that addresses that point. The integration with other forms of media. I haven't really used much of the media stuff yet. The music stuff I haven't really used at all, primarily because it's a paid music service. Whereas, like, you know, if I want to listen to music, this is a point that I actually used before, but I'll just listen to it on my laptop. But you know, there's some people who might want to use the Xbox's service. You know, I don't know how the quality of the music on the Xbox compares to like getting it from like Spotify or iTunes, but you know, as for TV, I still don't really watch a lot. You know, a lot of it I just catch up on my laptop, but I have been using Netflix to watch some shows, primarily Archer. I really got into that, but like they only have like 3 seasons on Netflix, so I had to catch up the rest of it on my laptop again. But I think Breaking Bad's on there, which I still haven't watched, so I'm gonna need to get around to watching that. My dad beat me to it, watching it on Netflix, so I'm gonna follow in his steps. The sports integration. I have not seen much of it. Like, I think it's there. I'm not quite sure, but like how it seemed from the reveal last year, it seemed like you were just gonna be seeing sports all over the console. But you know, there's no indication of it. Like I said, I don't even know if it's even available yet. But you know, it's a good thing, because those who do want it will go looking for it. Where those who don't really want it, like me, like I don't want it. I'm just not bothered about it. But you know, I won't bother going looking for it. And the fact that it's not plastered everywhere, you know, it doesn't bother me. I did make a point before also about using American football, which doesn't appeal to the outer markets. I was counted in the comments of that video by my good friend Farrell. The reveal was in America, so of course they'd use American football as a sport. So that's a fault on my part. As he pointed out in the comments, I assumed that when the sports on the Xbox One does become more clear, it will probably be more region based. So in the UK, it'll probably be like primarily football. There'll probably be like a bit of a cricket in there, maybe some golf. I'm not good with sports. The subject of used games, discs, and backwards compatibility. Now I'm trying to think. The situation before, it was something like you had to put the disc in, and then it would automatically install, and then you wouldn't need the disc again. But say obviously you lent a disc to a friend, then when it's put into their console, they would have to like re-buy it or purchase the license to play it, which would essentially install it for them. And obviously this caused a bit of uproar. This caused a lot of uproar, and it got changed. You still need to install them, the games, but it's more in the vein of the 360 somewhat, because with the 360 you can obviously install a game, and then it's meant to like load quicker, or the Xbox is meant to be quieter or something. But you know, you can install the discs, but you still need to use the disc. However, on 360 it's optional whether or not you install. On Xbox One you need to install every game, even on the disc. You can't play any of them just straight from the disc. Every time you put one in, it has to install first. This is, I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I don't know like how well they're played just based off the disc. There's obviously a reason why you need to use an install. However, it's like my Xbox One came with a 250GB hard drive, and I only have like 6 or 5 games. One I don't really count. But it's already taken out a chunk of that hard drive. I'm a bit worried about like if I get a lot more games, what am I meant to do? Am I meant to I was gonna say am I meant to like upgrade my hard drive, but you can't actually do that with the Xbox One. Unless they start churning out external hard drives or what, I don't know. That might be a problem in the future. It doesn't seem to bother me right now. The games seem to run fine, so you know what. Who cares? But yeah, discs, they work the same way as like on the old gen. So you know, there's no problem with used games or lending games to your friends or that. It does turn out that, well, actually, I don't know if this is still a rumour or not, but apparently I've heard that there's actually going to be a disc trailers version coming out of the Xbox One. So that essentially means that if you're on GameStop, you're just going to have to get everything downloaded from Xbox Live. So you know, that'll be the option there for people who have the capabilities to do that. And then obviously you'll have the disc version for those who like don't have a strong internet connection. So it's good that Microsoft are allowing different options. Although apparently it's something to do with because the Xbox One discs are on Blu-ray now. Every time one is used, a bit of the profit goes towards Sony or something. I don't know. It's something like that. The backwards let me start again. The backwards compatibility is still not available. I think I can't remember if they did say whether or not there was going to be a way. I know that PlayStation has their own thing. It's like PlayStation Now or something, where you can stream old PlayStation games to pretty much any Sony device. But there's nothing like that on the Xbox One yet. But it's not that much of a problem. I still have my 360. I'm probably not going to get rid of it because I've been playing it quite a lot, especially with GTA, because you know that's not got a next gen version yet. So I'm sticking to current gen. I probably will stick to current gen for GTA, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. And also, you can actually I can plug my 360 into the back of the Xbox One and play it through, because there's a TV option on the Xbox One where you can plug in. I think it was meant to be for like plugging in the cable box and whatnot, but you can put the 360 in instead. So close enough. The subject of the Kinect. Now, I was very, very hesitant against the idea of it coming with the console. I'm pretty sure I was livid in that commentary about the idea of having to have the Kinect. I actually got my Xbox One cheaper than like full price. So quite frankly, the additional price of the Kinect wasn't that much of a bother to me. And I actually think that the Kinect is quite cool. It's another way of navigating around the console with your voice. You say like Xbox go home, Xbox go to the store, or stuff like that. You know, it's quite nifty, and I like the idea of it being plugged in, and I can just turn on my Xbox, sit down, and the Kinect can look at me, and just by recognising my face, it can automatically sign me in. And I think that that is really cool. It's not a big feature, it's not a feature that you need, but I just think it's quite cool. Although that it can be a little temperamental, but it is nifty. I have had times where I've had to manually sign in because for some reason the Kinect hasn't recognised me. Maybe because I've got my hair in a different style that day or whatever. I don't know. But the biggest benefit of it for me so far has been being able to record game clips. Now, you can record game clips without the Kinect. If you just snap the game DVR or whatever, you can do it that way, but it's just so much easier to just go Xbox, record that, and then it automatically records the previous 30 seconds, and then Bob's your uncle. I don't know, Bob might not be your uncle, but that's how you do it. It's very simple. I haven't actually played any Kinect Central games yet, like just pure Kinect games yet, and I'm not likely to, but you know, I have the Kinect now, so it's there if I want to. I do still stand by it being a bit of a gimmick, although being able to actually have a chance to play around with it, I think it is pretty cool. And recently it was announced there's going to be an Xbox One coming out sometime soon that comes without the Kinect, so you know, there's that option for people like me who might have originally not wanted the Kinect, but I don't mind keeping it now. So other people cannot have their Kinect, I'll have my Kinect. Yeah. The always online thing. This was changed. Again, like the... what was it? Oh, it was the used games and all that. From the uproar, this was changed, and you can play offline now. I don't have many counterpoints to this, apart from that I do think that this is a good thing that it's no longer always online, because all this time that I haven't been uploading videos, I've been living away in a student house, and the connection in there isn't brilliant. So, you know, it's good that now I can play it on the Xbox One without having to worry about, oh no, it's going to go offline. I can still happily play Assassin's Creed or Dead Rising, which are like the only two single player games I've got, without having to worry that they're just going to stop. So, that's good. I very briefly spoke about Ghosts in my last commentary, saying that I'd pick up on it and do a commentary about it like soon after that video, which I never got around to, but I made a point that it looked promising. I take it back. I have played it myself, not on the Xbox One though, but I've had a chance to play it. Like I was babysitting my brother one time, and I played it with him, and then my dad lent me his copy, so I got a chance to play it, and it isn't a high point of the COD series. It was actually quite meh, is what I've written, compared to the other COD games. Although I'm making a point now that I do think Advanced Warfare looks promising, so just wait till this time next year when perhaps I'll do an Xbox One Opinions version 3, and you'll hear me saying that Advanced Warfare is meh. Hopefully not, because it looks really good, and I'm excited to see what Sledgehammer brings to the table. I think that's all the counterpoints that I've got to my original points. Some of them not counters, some of them I stand by my points that I originally made, but a lot of them I've turned a bit. I think I don't know, something got me riled up or something when I did that commentary. I don't know, but I'm happy now. I'm happy that I got an Xbox One. So in conclusion, it's well written, so it's a bit, well, you know, all over the place. But I did get a PC, like I've already said, but it wasn't as powerful as, you know, I'd hoped it had been, which was a factor in my purchase of an Xbox One, because, you know, I did want to play like these really cool looking new games, but you know, without a powerful like I'd already bought the PC. I didn't really want. I think I'm gonna try and upgrade it at some point. But you know, the Xbox One comes fine. So yeah, I'll choose that. So yeah, well, like I said, the not great PC was a factor in my purchase for an Xbox One. Although over time of you know, watching the Xbox One and how it changed based on feedback, it did start to look a bit more appealing. And so, like I said, I changed my stance on it in the end. And I am very glad that I made my purchase. And I think it will be good to see what is to come in the future for the Xbox One. I think as well, they've had a bit of a change around like who's in charge of the Xbox brand of Microsoft. It's that Phil Spencer now, and I think apparently he has already said that, you know, they're gonna try and focus more on the gaming bit rather than all the media stuff that they made a big deal of last year. So that's a very good sign. My concluding point: the Xbox One isn't bad at all. It's not brilliant yet. There are some still little nitpicks with it, but overall I think it's good, and I'm happy that I bought it. I'm not saying you should, you might not want it, but I'm happy that I bought it. I don't know how long this commentary's been. Let's see. Oh, almost 20 minutes. That seems to happen quite a lot. I just ramble on. But I should probably end it here. So it's been good speaking to you again. Well, me speaking towards you. You haven't been speaking back. I don't know why. I think it's this dodgy relationship that we have. I shouldn't try and joke because I'm not that funny. But yeah, there'll be more videos in the future. I think soon I'll do a video about the games that I currently have for my Xbox One, and then whatever games I'm looking forward to coming out this year. I'll do some more GTA videos when heists come about. I don't know, that's honestly about it. Yeah, so hopefully it won't be too long until I decide to do another video. Well, you never know. I probably will end up putting it off for ages. Let's hope not. Anyway, it's been good speaking, and I will speak to you later. Bye, guys.